All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all glory and praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles for teaching us this truth. Peace and blessings to the brothers pushing the word throughout the four corners. Peace and blessings to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. I'm the brother Karar from the GMS Memphis camp, coming at you with a beautiful lesson. Pretty much going into concerning talents. Let's make the best of every opportunity. Okay? Concerning talents, let's make the best of every opportunity. Because we in this thing to please Yahweh Hashem Shai. But ultimately, we try to be accounted worthy to escape. So through all your hard work, through all your effort, through pretty much being that millstone, pretty much working, ultimately, you're gonna receive a reward. But if you're not working, if you're not putting in that work, man, you don't eat, man. He that don't work don't eat. That's a saying in the world. How bills, how things gonna get paid? How your life will operate if you're not working? You see, you'll just be a great waster. You might well just be a homeless man, man. A man. One thing about them homeless people, they pretty much don't have no hope. You see, and what is hope? Faith. So, it's a lot that comes with this work, man. You got to have faith, man. You got to have love, charity within you. You got to do this thing for the right reasons. That's why you got to make the best of every opportunity, because guess what, man? We're coming into the last days. Time is short. Jacob's trouble coming. The MOTB will be presented, and we got to make sure that we're rooted in this thing, man. The engrafted word. You see? I'm going to get some precepts. Lord willing, you be edified. This is Matthew chapter 25, starting at 14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, and to another one, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. You see? And who's those servants? Them servants, let's get Amos chapter 3. Verse 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. You see? So his servants is the prophets, man. He said, I will send you pastors according to my heart that should feed you with wisdom and understanding, man. Understanding what thou readest? This is our job, man. Let's get another precept, man. Let's get Jeremiah 1 and 5 right quick, man. Because the Lord has, Lord willing, ordained us to be those prophets, man. Lord willing, we are those men that's out here preaching his word in sincerity and in truth, man. We don't need to do this for filthy lucre's sake. We don't need no money. We don't need nothing, man. We teach this word freely, man. Freely receive, freely give, man. And we share this word unto our people, because those are the only people that can get it. You Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians, man. It's an honor to be a prophet of Yahweh Shema Shai right now, man. The Lord could have chose anybody. He could have raised up stones, man. You see? But he chose us brethren to go out here and teach that word, man, to lay our life down, man, sacrificing our freedom. Man, it's time to do this thing with love, man. Make the best of every opportunity. This Jeremiah 1 and 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and ordained thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. You see? The Lord sanctified us, man. Separated us. Free from carnality, man. We don't have no carnal mindset, man. We not niggas anymore. We were sometimes in darkness, but now we brought to this marvelous light, man. And who was the light? Yahweh Shai. Don't nothing else in this world pleases the Lord but what his men, what his prophets do, man. The Lord said he's angry with this world. He said, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. If you don't want to be a part of that woe, man, you better do the will of Yahweh Shema And what is that will? Fearing the Lord and keeping the commandments, man. Let's go back to the talents. because that's ultimately what this, pretty much is going into. This lesson, it's going into the talents, man. Lord willing, I get that word talent. This Matthew 25 verse 15 again. And unto one he gave 5 talents, and to another 2, and to another 1, and to every man according to his several abilities. Straightway took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. You see, so pretty much, the one that gained the 5 talents and the one that gained 2 talents, they added unto those talents, man. Hey, let's go into the word talent in the etymology online. When you go into talent, right? And I'm gonna go straight to the point on this one. This is talent in the etymology online. It's the noun, late 13th century. It says, going straight to the point, it said use of the word in the sense of money. It's like here it is, you've been lending this money, and you pretty much supposed to flip it. You see what I'm saying? You supposed to pretty much do something productive to pretty much I say you supposed to be adding to. You see? You're supposed to be adding value to it. You're not supposed to be getting this money, getting this truth, and stealing. You see what I'm saying? This beautiful. This one thing about this parable, it just going into pretty much, putting in your work, man, being useful. You see? If you are better than know many languages, you know sign language, you know Hebrew, you know prayers. Man, it's time to pretty much push forth these things out. It's time to just get active. You see? Being more involved in what the will of the Lord is. Let's keep going. It says, meaning special natural ability. It said gift committed to one for use and improvement. Whew, that's the point. That's the point, man. It says a gift committed to one for use and improvement, man. We're supposed to be improving in this thing, man. We're supposed to be improving. See, going back to Jeremiah, the Lord ordained us to be a prophet. We're supposed to be improving, man. You see? We got to make sure that we be on fire. Let's go into this precept right here. Let's get this 1 Corinthians chapter 12. I'm going to start at verse 4. Now there are varieties of gifts, but same Spirit. This is in the RSV version. Okay? I'm going to get it in the RSV version, but I'm going to read it in the KJV first. So this 1 Corinthians 12 and 4 in the KJV. Now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit. There are differences of administrations, but the same Lord. And there are diversities of operations, but it is the same power which worketh all and in all. So, from the apostles and elders on down to the least brethren, we all have an office to fulfill. You see? And us coming in being newborn babes, man, speaking to myself humbly, man, we making sure that pretty much, that we're praying to the Lord that our lot in this truth be revealed, man, and that we be useful. You see, it was something that Elder Kazak in Mississippi said something that was so beautiful one time. He said, man, you gotta be useful, man. You see, like even dealing with a woman, like, you don't want to deal with a woman that just sit at the house all day and eat up your food and not putting in no work, not being involved within the cares and the situation and the order of your home, not doing her woman duties. She just sitting there, you see, Hey, and you don't want to be, and that's a nigga attitude, man. Hey, even fast forward, how much more in the truth? Hey, you don't want to have no nigga attitude, man. Here it is, man. You supposed to be you showing up late. You're not doing the homework. You're not praying. You know. Hey, though we rehearsing, hey, we still have to improve. You see. You don't rehearse things like a movie actor. He don't just rehearse his part in vain just to keep messing up. No, he rehearses part so that way he can get it, man. So that way he can pretty much please the director. Pretty much the head over the movie. And we're in Yahweh Shai's movie. We got to make sure that we're doing the part right, man. When we read our script, we want to look at it like, okay, that's exactly how you want it to be done. You see, and we like, okay, come. Now we read it, we going out here, we teaching, we doing we ain't remixing nothing, man. We making the best of every opportunity. We flipping the money, man. We adding profit, spiritual profit, building spiritual bank accounts. You see? But guess what? All of it is in the ordinance of Yahweh Ba'ashem Avashai. This is how the Lord set things up. That's why he said different administrations in Corinthians that I'm currently reading right now. This 1 Corinthians 12 and 6. And there are diversities of operations, but it is the same power which worketh all and in all. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit withal. For to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, and to another the gifts of healing by the same Spirit. And guess what, man? Here it is. All these have different abilities, man. You see? Knowledge, wisdom, interpreting. You see? Hey, healing, faith. Hey, even with confidence. Like brothers, some brothers have more confident than other brothers. You see? Some brothers more good with words than other brothers. Some brothers more good with prayers than other brothers. You see? Some brothers know how to deal with women better than other brothers. Hey, it's a lot of gifts. Hey, that's why I say, hey, pretty much, hey, despise not the counsel. Listen to the counsel. You see? Because ultimately these counsel, these things is going to build you up. It's a talent, man. You're supposed to add to yourself. And the only way for you to add, hey, you got to listen, man. Speaking to myself first and foremost, hey, you got to listen. You got to listen and you got to apply. Then shall you be a true wise man when you apply what you the things that prevent you from destroying yourself, man. Things that will help you, man. It say the fear of the Lord is to depart from the snares of death. The law of the Lord is to depart from the snares of death, man. You see? Hey, we living in death on this side. Hey, we in the hands of death on this side, man. So the only way we can live, the only way we can account it worthy to escape, the only way we can prevail is if we worship Yahweh Ba'ashem Avashai, man. And stay consistent. 1 Corinthians 12 and 10. To another the work of the miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of spirits. Right, you got brothers that can read people better than other brothers can, man. Who could look at about somebody countenance and be like, hey, I don't think that person good right there. And then, you know, hey, all this is you learning abilities, man. They say we should be judges, man. Hey, if you a brother that hold the camera, if you a brother that hold the sign, if you a brother that upload videos, or you know what I'm saying, or you know, there's a lot of things in this truth, man, that brothers could be doing, man. You a brother that makes stones, you a brother that make garments. Hey, man, all these things, as long as it ain't done in a niggar behavior, and it's done in righteousness, man, in the ordinance of Yahweh Ba'ashem Avashai, hey, it's profitable, man. Hey, 1 Corinthians 12 and 11, but all these worketh that one in the selfsame spirit, divided to every man severally as he will. For as the body is one and have many members, this the point, and all the members of that one body being many are one body, so also is Hamashiach. You see, that's the point. Hey, this is a body, man. We making sure that we're being productive. You see, each part of the body is needful. Let me get that, man. Hold on, I'm gonna get that because I was thinking about that too. I was thinking about that. Thinking about that precept dealing with the. Yup, this 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 15. If the foot shall say, because I am not the hand, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? If the ear shall say, because I am not of the eye, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? Each little part completes the whole body, man. You see, that's pretty much what these precepts is pretty much breaking down. 1 Corinthians 12 and 17. If the whole body were an eye, and where were the hearing? You see, if the whole were hearing, where were the smelling? But now have the Most High set the members, every one of them in the body, as it have pleased him. You see? You can't look at a brother that's a cameraman and be like, man, hey, you ain't important, brother. No. He the reason these videos get uploaded. He the reason why the picture gotta be on point. Why the sound gotta be good. Whenever a brother talking, hey, he gotta move it, man. You see? Hey, a reader. Hey, you gotta read with faith. You see? Hey, I remember brother Taza Mark, man, he said something that was beautiful in our account. He said, man, we gotta read these people their sentences, man. You know? When Esau be at court and he hit the thing, he be like, life. I sentence you to 8 years, you know, with power, man. You see? Hey, how much more of us in this truth? Hey, we're judges too. We're the real judges. So we got to read these people their sentences. Hey, we got to read with enthusiasm. We got to read, hey, man, we got to, hey, let's say wisdom cries. She go to a voice in the street. And, hey, and a person that's a speaker, hey, that man, hey, that's a serious job, man. You got to study, and you got to make sure, really, everybody should be studying, even down to the cameraman. But you got to make sure everything's on point. You got to make sure you're not just saying any old thing. You got to, hey, practice what you preach. Hey, man, you got to hold you got to hold yourself to a higher standard, man. And that goes for all the positions. You see? Because it just said, hey, if the whole body were the eye, what was the smelling, man? Ultimately, it all boils down to Yahweh Shema Shai, man, who gives us the spirit to pretty much push forth his word, man. He gives us the spirit. He's the engine. He's the reason why we get up. Hey, ultimately, hey, fear too. Because we fear what's about to come to this place, man. We don't want to be destroyed. So we fear the Lord. We want to make sure we're doing the things that's pleasing unto him. We want to make sure that we do everything right. So that way he can say, oh, good and faithful servant. Lord willing, we get back to Matthew, man. And let's go back to, what's this? 1 Corinthians 12 and 19. And if they were all one member, where were the body? But now are they many members, yet but one body. And the eye cannot say unto the hand, I have no need of thee, nor again the head to the feet, I have no need of you. Nay, much more those members of the body which seem to be more feeble are necessary. You see, each part of the body is necessary, man. That's why we have to be active. That's why we have to be working. We got to be grinding. You see? We got to make sure that we're making the best of every opportunity, man. This 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 2. I'm going to read it in the KJV, then I'm going to get it in the NIV. Yup. This First Corinthians chapter 4, verse 1 in the KJV. Let a man so account of us as of the ministers of Hamashiach and stewards of the mysteries of the Most High. Moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful. You see? It's a requirement, man. Hey, let's go to 1 Corinthians 4. Let's start at 1 in the NIV. This then is how you ought to regard us as servants of Hamashiach and as those entrusted with the mysteries of the Most High has revealed. It say, now it is required that those who have been given a trust must prove faithful. And how we prove faithful? Hey, by applying ourselves to these scriptures, man. By being attendants. By occupying ourselves. This is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 13. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, and to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on the hands of the presbytery, man. Meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all, man. You see? Because ultimately we want to receive that crown, man. We want to receive that crown. We don't want to be sitting in here crownless. We want our names to be honored in the kingdom, man. We don't want to be honored in this world, man. We want the Lord to honor us. Hey, when we get in the kingdom, when He put that crown on our head for being a faithful and hard-working servant, man. Hey, we got to make the best of every opportunity. This 1 Timothy chapter 4. Let's get it in AMP. This 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse, I'm going to start at 13. Until I come, devote yourselves to public reading of Scripture, to preaching and to teaching the sound doctrine of the Most High's word. Do not neglect the spiritual gift within you, that special endowment which was intentionally bestowed on you by the Holy Spirit through prophetic utterance, when the elders laid their hands on you at your ordination. That's the word, ordination. They said ordination, it goes into the action of ordaining or conferring holy orders on someone. You see? Hey, and what's the order? What was the order? Feed the sheep. You see? Hey, we gotta make sure that we're feeding the sheep. That's an order, man. It tells us in the scriptures, it say, give them no rest till they make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. This Matthew 25. Gonna go back into it. Verse, I'm gonna say where I'm at verse 17. And likewise he that had received two, he also gained other two. Yeah, he was working. But he that had received one went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. After a long time, the Lord of those servants coming and reckoned with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained besides them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord, which is the kingdom, man. You see? Because he have been faithful, because he have been applying himself and doing the things that's pleasing unto the Lord. Which, let's get that in Sirach. This Sirach chapter 2, start at verse 15. They that fear the Lord would not disobey his word, and they that love him would keep his ways. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. You see? And they that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight. saying we will fall into the hands of the Lord, not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. And that's what we're working hard for. We're working hard to attain that mercy, man. But first we got to fear the Lord and keep the commandments. We got to put forth that action. You see? Because here it is, the Lord has entrusted us with this money, and we got to make sure that we're pretty much adding unto it. You see? Some guys call themselves Israelites, but they taking away. They doing it for filthy lucre's sake. They filling their own bellies, man. But the Lord, there wasn't a commandment that was given. The ordination that was given was feed the sheep, man. 1 Samuel 2 and 3. Talk no more exceedingly proudly. Let not arrogancy come out your mouth. For the Lord is a power of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. So the Lord weighed the actions, man. You see? The Lord, he look at the heart of a man. He don't care about the outer appearance, man. We don't care about, oh man, this man got a purple garment. I like his garment though. Nah, man. What he doing, man? Is he doing my work? Is he following ordinance? Hey, is he on fire for this truth? Is he putting in that work, man? Because if not, he can get on, man. He not doing nothing. He's useless. You don't want to be useless, man. You want to be useful. Okay? Let's keep going. This second Esdras 25. So like I said, second Esdras. This Matthew chapter 25, verse 19. So like, after a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoned with them. So he that had received 5 talents came and brought over 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained besides them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I gained 2 other talents besides them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man. So he started to pretty much trying to hide pretty much like trying to speak what the Lord wanted to hear. Like you telling him something he wanted, he already know already. But you ain't did what I asked you, you know? And that's pretty much was what the Lord summoned up and telling this servant that didn't add, man. He didn't add to, he just sat on it. Wasteful. This Matthew 25 and 24. Then he which hath received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, gathering when thou hast not strawed. I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, that thou hast died, that it said, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sow not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou owest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received my own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give unto him which have 10 talents. For unto everyone that have shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that have not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye that unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Woo! You see? That's why we gotta make sure. That's why we gotta make sure that we're praying, man. You see? We got to make sure that we're praying. We got to make sure that we applying what the Lord is asking us to apply, which is wisdom and knowledge, man. Which is fearing him and keeping his commandments. Apply that action, man, before he weigh you for it. Because guess what? Action was weighed at that time for that servant that sat on that 1 talent, man. And I got a commentary on that too. This is the commentary for dealing with the parable. It say www.theologyofwork.org. It said the point of the parable is that we are to use whatever we have been given for Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai's purposes. The severe consequences to the unproductive servant, far beyond anything triggered by mere business meritocracy. Which let's look up that word. Let's look up that word.
Mediocrity.
Okay?
Mediocrity.
When you go into mediocrity, it's like the quality or state of being mediocre. I said mediocre. Mediocre. Okay? It's a lack of inspiration. Is for the synonyms of that. Lack of inspiration, man. Pretty much this truth is not expiring unto you. It's grievous unto you. Say, grieve not the Holy Spirit. This truth shouldn't be grievous, man. Make the best of every opportunity, man. Tell us that we are to invest in our lives and not waste them. You see? And that's pretty much what people do. When you pay attention to those servants, those unprofitable servants that's out there screaming, Most High Christ bless and marching and doing that. That's not work, man. That's you establishing your own righteousness. Hey, and the Lord gonna see about you about that, man. Hey, I got another one. It's www.gavana.edu. Geneva. It say, what is the lesson of the parable of talents? First and foremost, the parable of the talents teaches us that we are put on earth to work. You see? This is evident not only in this particular parable, but in several other Bible stories, man. The Most High rewards those who put considerable effort into bettering their lives, the lives of those in their community. Which ultimately we all know, hey, our nation is the nation of Israel, man. We're not doing this for the world, you see? But guess what? All Israel is not Israel, so guess what? We work on our own salvation, right? And that was going to be the closer. You see? But I got another closer. I'm going to just bring this out because it's kind of mine through the Spirit. It's Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye has always obeyed, not as much presence only, but now much more in my absence. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. For it is the Most High which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure, man. That's what this is all about, man. His good pleasure is to give us the kingdom. But guess what? Through much tribulation shall we enter into that kingdom. We got to go through Jacob's trouble. We got to go through the MOTB, that test, man, that hot test, that hour of temptation. And we got to go through that. But guess what? We're going to get crowned at the end. But the Lord is not crowning no man that ain't put in that work, man. Let's close it out with this. This Revelation chapter 2. Nope, it's 3. It's a lock. It's Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I am come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. You see? Because here it is, that unprofitable servant, he had that one talent, he didn't even grow. He didn't even gain one more talent. He just sat on it. Hey, man, it's no slack when it comes to serving the King of the universe, man. We don't need to be sitting on no talents, man. We need to be growing. You see? Revelations 3:12. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power. See, we supposed to be overcoming something, man. But we got to work to it. Because that unprofitable servant, he ultimately going to be caught up and he's going to be hit with the nuclear missiles, man. And he's ultimately going to be caught up, man. You see, the Lord was so furious, man, at that unprofitable servant. You don't want to be that unprofitable servant, man, in the last days, man. You want to be that servant that's useful. Revelations 3:12, it said, and he shall go, Well, let me reread it. Revelations 3 and 12. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power. He shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power and the name of the city of my power, which ultimately Yahweh Shema Shai, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name. You see? One thing y'all forget, man, y'all forgetting that you supposed to be a labor of love, man. Let me get one more, then I'm gonna close it out. Let me get one more. This is Hebrews chapter 6, verse 10. For Yahweh Shema Shai is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed towards his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of the hope unto the end. You see, he that endure unto the end, the same should be saved, man. Put in that work. You see? Show that same diligence, man. Because when you working, when you putting in that work, hey, you're inspiring your brothers, man. When you putting out 3-4 videos, you at every fellowship, you putting in that homework, you doing this thing out of love and sincerity, hey, you ultimately inspire your brothers, your brethren, man. You straighten your brethren. You see, they look at you, man. Hey, we all individual leaders, and we have to show that. That's why we got to make the best of every opportunity right now, man. You want that crown? Work for it, man. Hebrews 6 and 11. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of the hope unto the end, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises. You see? That we be not slothful, not wasting. You see? He that is slothful, it's pretty much like if you slothful, hey, you worse than somebody that's a destroyer. You the same as a destroyer, man. That's in Proverbs. Hey, in the NLT, you a destroyer. You no different than a destroyer. Why? Because here it is, we supposed to build up this spiritual house. And you sitting in here pretty much like not caring. So guess what's gonna happen to you? Destruction, death. Those that don't want to serve the Lord, and the Lord's gonna be had. Alright, that's all that I have. I'm going to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles teaching us this truth. Blessings to the brothers pushing the word throughout the four corners. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.